Hello friends, welcome to the channel ML for Analytics and welcome to this playlist DAX UTC. So in this video we are going to cover the commands earlier and earliest command. So if you have seen our previous video, we were discussing the scenario of nested row contexts, and specifically we were discussing about the nested row context when being used on the same table. So in that scenario, at the end of the video I mentioned that we would be discussing about the earlier command in the next video. So here we are with this video. So let's get started. So friends, I have opened my Power BI desktop now, and as you can see on my screen, I'm taking the same demo which I used in the previous video, that is calculating the list price rank for the dim product table. Basically what we did in the last video was we were calculating the rank of the products based on the list price, and we were giving the rank 1 to the highest list price and so on. So in this video we will use earlier function now to do the same calculation. Okay, so if you have not seen our previous video, the link is above. You can visit the previous video in order to understand the scenario which we will be discussing in this video. So let me switch to the data view. Okay, so now I have switched to the data view, and as you can see, I have sorted the list price again in the descending order with the highest list price on the top. And now let us scroll to the right. Now as you can see on the right hand side, the fields pane, I have created one more calculated column, that is list price rank 3. So these previous calculated columns, list price rank 1 and rank 2, we created in the previous video. You can visit the previous video to see how we did the calculation. And now we have created one more calculated column which is list price rank 3, and in this we have used the earlier function. So let's see how we have done that. Okay. So this is the code in which we have used the earlier function. So remember, if you have seen the previous video, or let me just show you the previous code also. So what we did was, to extract the current price value, we created a variable. We had to create a variable to store the current price, and then we were using this particular current price inside the inner row context. Now when we use earlier, we need not to do that. Why? Because as I mentioned in the previous video also, that earlier command can access the value in the innermost context from the outer context. So basically it can access the value, whatever value is in the outer context, inside the innermost row context. So that's why you can see that I have just removed that variable line from the previous code, and I have just kept this part only, the second part of the code, and I'm using the values function to get the unique values of the list price. Now the condition is dim product list price should be greater than earlier dim product list price. So basically earlier means in the outer row context whatever value is existing. Now what is the outer row context? As we discussed that there is already an implicit row context. Now here we are creating only one row context which is filter. Now where is the outer row context? The outer row context is the implicit row context which is created by the calculated column. Okay. So that's why there are two row contexts here. We have created only one, and one is already implicit. So that's why now in order to access the current list price which is outside this filter command, which is outside this inner row context, we need to use the earlier command. So earlier command will give me the current value of the list price in whichever row it is iterating currently. So then it will return me the value, and I will filter out the table dim product, and it will return me the number of rows. Then we'll do the count rows, and then we'll get the rank. So the list price 2 and list price rank 2 and list price rank 3 will have the same values. So if you see the visual, I have also included list price rank 3 in the visual. You can see that. So list price rank 2 and rank 3 have the same values. So in this way you can basically use the earlier function in order to fetch the values which are in the outer context. Now the earlier function also accepts one more argument, that is the second argument, in which you can define the level from which you want to fetch the value from the outer row context. Suppose there are 5 row contexts and you are in the innermost row context and you want to fetch the value from the third scope or the third outer row context, then you can give the value as 3. And if you want to fetch the value directly from the outermost row context, then you can use the earliest command. It doesn't require any parameter, second parameter. You can directly use the earliest command instead of using earlier command, that is a shortcut in which you are sure that you want to fetch the value from the outermost row context. So friends, with this we come to the end of this video. So before I end this video, I want to discuss some important points related to the earlier function. Okay, so the first point is earlier is used to access the outer row contexts when there are multiple row contexts. This we have already discussed. Second point is earlier command also has a second parameter which defines the number of scope level of the row context to skip. So this I have already mentioned again that you can pass the level of scope, the number of scope level by using the second parameter of the earlier command. Earliest command helps you to access the outermost scope or row context. This I have also mentioned that if you want to fetch the value directly from the outermost row context, you can use the earliest command directly. Now the fourth point is earlier function is handy, but using variables would be a better choice to write the code in case of multiple row contexts, as they provide more readability of the code. So friends, why I mentioned this point? Just wanted to say that because when you use variables, so basically in that case what you do is you make the code more structural and you would be knowing the flow, how the code is flowing. So basically if you are doing so many nested functions, you might, if somebody else is reading the code, so he might get lost or he might not be able to grasp how the functions are being used. So to improve the readability of the code, you can make use of the variables. Though you can use earlier function, it will behave the same way, but the better choice would be to use the variables itself in order to make the code more readable. Okay, so friends, with this we come to the end of this video, and in the next video we will continue with the evaluation context series. And please do subscribe to our channel to learn more about Power BI, business intelligence and DAX. Take care and goodbye.